Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to start a small series where I say something about how we kids in the 1970s and 80s really played with the Star Wars toys that were available, especially in my area where it was not in the UK or US, where I think there was just more supply of Star Wars toys. So it was sometimes very difficult to get the real good stuff or the stuff that kids really wanted. Yeah. So I mentioned before in another video that actually this TIE bomber was one of the toys that I really missed out in the 1970s and 80s rather, yeah, because the movie is from the 80s. And I would really liked to have this one as a 3¾ inch toy from Hasbro. I think they did that later in the 2000s, even at the end or mid 1990s. They didn't produce it, but I think it's just great, fantastic. It's in the style of the movie. It's quite solid and stable, so I really like that even now just to look at, but I would have liked to have that as a toy in the 1970s or 80s. And what we had at that time was this die-cast version of the TIE bomber. I think that was the only version that was made from the TIE bomber at that time. And honestly, because the size is quite huge compared to the other die-cast vehicles, I kind of enjoyed playing with that, and just with my imagination it was actually enough to say, okay, that's the real TIE bomber that is appearing in the movie. And even though my 3¾ inch figurines don't fit into it, you could play with it very nicely. Yeah, so it was just about chasing the Millennium Falcon or other vehicles from the Empire and sending out some bombs. So that was actually good enough. And it's quite, if you see that here, the comparison, it's smaller than the 3¾ inch version from Hasbro later. But actually for a die-cast vehicle, it's quite massive, I would say. It's quite big. I think it's about the size of the Millennium Falcon in the die-cast version. So it's actually very nice. It's a bit flimsy. It's actually quite okay. I think for the normal condition of my toys, this is actually in a very good condition, even though it's a bit yellowish here and there. But I still like it and be very careful with it nowadays. At that time, I was, how you say, I played with it a lot. Yeah, so this is really something that I enjoyed, and this is how we played with the TIE bomber, even though there was no 3¾ inch version of it, and this was just nice for us. And I still love this toy until today because there's a lot of play value or a lot of memories for me how to play with it. The 3¾ inch version, also, as I said, I like it. I love it. It's very nice to look at. I'm not sure. I never played with it because I'm out of the playing age already. But it looks great, and I could imagine I would have liked to play with it quite a lot. What is also good always to mention, I mean, there's these micro machines versions of some of the vehicles, of most of the vehicles. I think they were done in the micro machines line. And you have here the TIE bomber, and I still think it has some kind of play value because while we combined, or I combined this TIE bomber often with the other die-cast vehicles like the Star Destroyer, which is also one of my favorite die-cast vehicles, and the only Star Destroyer I think that was done during the 1970s and 80s as a vehicle. I think these micro machines, tiny vehicles, are very great to combine them with other bigger toys like this one here. I introduced that already, the Star Destroyer from the Collector's series or something it's called. And if you put these micro machines versions of vehicles on top of that, it kind of fits very nicely. Yeah. So if you need a proportion, then this is, I think, the good play value that you get from it. But as I said, for me as a kid, that was never a big issue, and playing with this die-cast TIE bomber together with the 3¾ inch figures was especially no problem, because this is a bomber, right? So it will appear when the others are somehow in a hideout or something like that. So as really a great toy, I think, and was enough for me to play with that in the 1970s and 80s. Yeah. So what do you think about this toy? Because it's a die-cast, many people don't like the die-cast series so much because it doesn't fit to the 3¾ inch figurines, but honestly, this is a very great toy, and I had a lot of fun playing with it. And the TIE bomber is nothing where you have to play inside the vehicle so much. So this is, I think, just nice for that era to produce this kind of TIE bomber. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments, and please like my channel. Thank you so much.